Good day, everyone. It's your girl Nosy here and Real Talk. What's up, girl?
Hey, mamacita, ¿cómo estás, chicos? Okay, listen, it's a beautiful day today. I'm just saying.
It is. Summer is coming. It's about to hit us hard.
Girl.
All right, so what are we doing today? We talking about Aaron?
Listen, I'm ready for it. I don't know what's going on, y'all. I've been so busy with my business, trying to make something of it, child. So I have no clue. So I'm excited to dissect whatever it is that he was saying. I know you were telling me that he was saying all kinds of stuff and he was hilarious in what he was saying. So
he was just really getting in Nature Boys, you know. He was just saying things that he's just hilarious. So I think we should just get into it.
I might be. Can't tell you though.
I wonder if she would be cracking up. Why do I keep
calling her? She was live too.
Look at that.
Yesterday she was live.
And drop those quality questions coming in. You think I'm about to go over here with these weird, goofy, unintellectual YouTubers? Let the hit dogs holler. I didn't say nobody's name. Who you talking about? Who you calling unintellectual? I ain't say nobody's name. If the shoe fit, put it on. What is the major shift you notice in your mindset now versus in carbonation? One, I don't think I know everything.
I'm about to fast forward it.
And I don't think that everybody that don't agree with me is inferior. I don't think that women are subservient to men. I think that women are more than capable of being on equal planes with men in every way, including physically. Because every man out here is not just strong and athletic. It's some really weak dudes out here that I would put money on some females beating them up. I no longer believe in gender roles. I think that a relationship should be a team effort where both people cook and both people clean and both people show emotional support, not just the woman doing one thing and the man doing another thing. What else? Those were the things that came straight off the dome. It's the things. I don't believe in polygamy because I can understand why a woman wouldn't want to be the second or third wife, because I wouldn't want to be the second or third husband.
Holla.
Oh, we about to, hold on, I got to end it, y'all. It's at 1 minute mark. Hold on, I'm coming right back. Hold them questions.
Yo, he cracking me up.
Shout out to all the members of the Carbonation Psychology Department. Staff meeting.
But he's spitting facts.
Yes.
Staff meeting.
Yo, towards the end, I was in here crying.
All right. If I gotta set the tone, I set atmosphere, man. You know what I mean? Like, come on. 6 hours gossip. Come on, man. We gotta get something out of this, bro. No, I said that earlier, Jenny. Like, carbonation is an extreme example of domestic violence and abuse. There's nobody in this room that hasn't experienced trauma. Like, nobody in this room can raise their hand and say, I'm completely healed. Then you'll be looking silly like Nature Boy. Nobody in the room, no matter where you are financially, in your education, in your relationship, nobody in here can raise their hand confidently and say, completely healed. Okay.
That's a fact.
Shout out to all the intellectual in the building. I'm glad y'all here because this would not be possible without y'all. What do you value now after leaving carbonation that you took for granted before? See, that's what I'm saying. These quality questions. Cast away as Babylon. It's funny. Let's start with my birthday. I devalued my birthday. I spoke with Tori yesterday, and she encouraged me to actually celebrate my birthday because I wasn't going to this year. I was just gonna let it go by as just another day. You know, I was gonna, people were gonna say happy birthday, and I was gonna say thank you, and that was gonna be it. But she really encouraged me to celebrate the day I was born. It was the day that I got here, and I had to look back at it and say, prior to coming to carbonation, my birthday was something that was very important. It was all for celebration, and I said that there's a potential that I could be continuing that cult ideology. Your birthday doesn't matter. And so I decided this year, it doesn't have to be anything extravagant, but I decided this year that I'm actually going to, I celebrated my birthday last year. I'm going to celebrate it. I'm going to celebrate my birthday. And not just about what was cast away as Babylon. And also I celebrate my family. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they believe. It doesn't matter what they eat. When my uncle died, he didn't have a higher education. He didn't have great wealth. But there was a number of people that were affected by him no longer being here. And so I realized that all of us are born inherently valuable. A very simple playing field. I value the weather. I value just the sun being out and being able to go on a walk and being able to go outside. Grocery shopping. Being able to just go to the store when I want to without reporting to somebody. Being able to go to sleep when I want to. Being able to get up when I want to. Being able to listen to who I want to listen to. It's some of the simplest things that people just, naturally do. They're highlighted more. They're more pronounced for me. Being able to eat when I want to eat. Being able to be in a relationship with who I want to be in a relationship with according to my own terms. So essentially, it's just the minor freedoms that the average person doesn't think about. They're extremely highlighted for me. Being able to brush my teeth in peace, being able to take a shower in peace. Because there's times where people would be in the shower and they would have to hop out the shower with soap in their hair to not be late for a meeting. So that was a very, very good question. Are there any hobbies or passions that you had before you were able to get back to after leaving? Yeah, video games. I've been an avid video game player my whole life. And that wasn't possible in carbonation, but I've gotten back to that. I started back shooting basketball. Started back playing pool. I first got introduced to pool at a summer program when I was in, if I'm not mistaken, 8th grade. It's called Upward Bound. I don't know if y'all have that where you're from or if you've heard of it. But I did an Upward Bound summer program where we stayed on campus to see what it's like to be in a college setting. I might have been in high school. I can't remember. But that's when I got first introduced to playing pool. And when I was in college, I didn't have a job. I never been the type to work a job. So in order to make money, I gambled. I played spades. I played NCAA football on the PlayStation. But my primary source of income while I was in college playing pool was betting on pool. $10 game, $5 game, $20 game. The most I ever bet was $100 game. And so I played pool a lot because that was connected to my income. And I've gotten back to that, minus the gambling aspect. I don't gamble because I know that it can be very addictive. Um, and so those are a few things that I've been able to get back to: pool, basketball, and video games.
All right, I'm gonna fast forward it some, right? Because it's an hour and 41 minutes long. I need to get to the funny part.
Okay.
And have you been watching Janae or
No.
Kendra? Because Kendra went live last night,
Mm-mm.
and
Haven't seen somebody.
she's funny too. But what's weird is that when Janae and Kendra speak about how they was with different people,
Mm-hmm.
they act like they was doing it on their own when they wasn't. You know, when they was with somebody, it's because Nature Boy ordered them to be with them.
I think some of it was, but like, all right, so imagine, how can I explain this? You know, like the TV show Blind Love is Blind, how you're kind of with the people on your own choice, like you choose through with from the pool that the show provides you. So I feel like it's something similar to that, where Eligio said, look, these are your options: be with me, be with this guy, or this guy. That's your choice. And if you're going to be with them, then you have to have intercourse with them, because that is how we do it here. And I think like a part of them, it was their choice based on the limited options that they had. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't think it was nothing like that. Because Alio was making all the choices for them. Like, you be with him, you be with him. Like, he was just switching them out for on purpose, like to get them sick. Because he would give them to somebody and then want to take them back.
But that's what I'm saying. All right, so look at I feel like some people were manipulated to believe that they wanted to be with others, and like I think he was playing a game. He was
Like,
playing a
trick them
game.
mentally to act like
Right.
it's your decision, but it's really not.
Right. Yes.
I'm making you do this, but
Right.
according to these cameras, I'm gonna be like, oh well, they decided.
Mm-hmm. To cover his ass.
He's been trying to cover his ass this whole time, but it's just, I don't know.
I'm telling you, talk about some free Nature Boy. Man, y'all so lame. Come on, man. And the crazy part about it is, when Aya, Malia, Efru, and Zoka leave, what they gonna say then? What they gonna say then? Ain't even gonna be nobody left to support her. What are they gonna do when Aya, Malia, Efru, and Zoka finally leave? And I already know. I put $50. Anybody want to bet? Anybody want to gamble real quick? I put $50 on it. Nature Boy can't wait to go live on Bigo. As soon as he get a chance, the first phone call he gonna get, I guarantee he do one or two things. I guarantee you he do one or two things. Bet me $50. All you gotta do is say bet. Y'all know how it go. If you used to gamble or if you still gamble, let me know. If you want to gamble, $50. I bet Nature Boy do one or two things as soon as he get a phone or a phone call. I bet he go live, and I bet he do one or two things, right? Watch this. He gonna either try to talk about how messed up his situation is and how unfair everything was, or he gonna try to make it seem like his situation ain't that bad. Oh, yeah, we snitch. Oh, we snitch. Short and sassy. Hey, officer. Mr. Bishop got a phone. Mr. Bishop got a phone. He gonna do one or two things. He gonna get on the phone and say, man, I ain't got no hard feelings, y'all. Because I know that the universe is working in my favor. And I got a sale, and I got some news, and a lot of people support me, you know. I don't carry no hatred in my heart, because what they did, they gotta live with it. My heart is pure. My heart's light as a feather. I don't have no hatred towards nobody. He gonna try to do that route, or he gonna talk about, man, they cut my hair off. They throw that white powder on me. They made me bend over and cough. Man, they made me a 23-hour lockdown. They won't let me give no commissary. And it's just messed up, man, because all I did was try to teach people knowledge of self. He gonna go one or two routes, bruh. One of two routes. It's gonna be the Poor Nature Boy show, or it's gonna be the I Forgive Everybody show. What else he gonna do? What else he gonna do? It's gonna either be the Poor Nature Boy. Oh, they won't let me get vegan options. They're making me eat oatmeal and sausages. Nah, I don't think he gonna create no cult. I don't think so. Because the only reason he was able to create a cult on the outside is because of the propaganda he had that made carbonation look like something worth joining. Yeah, earthy. He gonna do one of two things. It either be the feel sorry for me nature boy, or either it's gonna be, yo, y'all, they really take care of me in here, man. A lot of the dudes recognize me from the internet and they say they rock with my teachers, man. They say that, what I'm saying? They saying that, it's messed up that I'm in here, man, because seeing how I treat. So as soon as he make that phone call, it better be on the security line. Cause we gonna make sure he get shaken down. But we ain't let you live. Let me find out Nature Boy making a call after phone hours. Shake him down. Shake down. Man, I don't know how it go, man. You know what I'm saying? You have people, and you know what I'm saying? You have people in their stories. But I don't know how the nature of Nature Boy and his charges and his reputation is gonna affect his daily life in prison. I don't know. You have people who speculate. You have different myths and different rumors. I don't know how it go in prison. I ain't never been, so I can only speculate from the stories I've heard and the information that's out there. But I don't know how his reputation and how the nature of his charges is going to impact his daily life. I don't know. But life is a long time, boy. That's a long time. And I think that the current cult members think that the appeal is about to be a speedy process. Oh, I didn't know that, Spirit Doll. Shoot, no. Shoot, no. That boy ain't getting. Listen, let me tell you what's gonna happen to the appeal. They're gonna type it up, and it's gonna get to somebody there. And the next sound that appeal gonna hear, for those of you who worked.
Hell no. Oh, Dr. York ain't in population? Where he be at? Is he in eternal segregation? Hold on, Darcelli. Hold on, Darcelli got the info. Don't be in here gossiping, Darcelli. Has anybody else heard this?
They think Malia missing.
They said some lawyers looked at it and didn't want to take the case.
I was reading the comments.
Oh, really, Spirit Doll? So, Dr.
Thing.
Huh?
I was reading the comments on one of the Instagram live. I guess they did. I didn't get to watch it, but I was reading the comments real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody in the was it the comments? Somebody said that they was like, "Where's Malia? Did she leave or did she like, kind of like abandon y'all or whatever?" And Aya's reply was, I think it was Aya who replied, was like, never, never, or not at all, something like that. And then the person was like, "Oh, good, because y'all can't take any more betrayals." And so it was like a little brief moment of her kind of like confirming that Tanisha is still there.
Yeah, that's what they say, but
And then it was this video a few days ago, before my life got hectic, that I was watching. It was like when they were like talking or something. I think it was right after the verdict, and it was somebody in the background washing dishes. So I don't know if it was Tanisha or if it were the person whose house that they're staying in. But
I know what video you're talking about.
I did hear dishes being washed. So the
I
two
heard
girls was
something
in the
frying.
screen, huh?
I heard something frying.
Yeah, so like it was, you can hear pots and pans being moved. You can hear, something going on in the kitchen. So obviously there is some extra person there.
It's whoever they staying with.
It could be, or like I said before, it could be, them playing the same games Nature Boy used to play, not showing certain people and pretending that they going.
Not pretending they going, but just pretending like, I don't know. But they weird as hell, so. All right, I gotta fast forward a little bit of this, y'all, because the good parts are towards the end.
For 7 years. Come on, Callie. And why'd you acting in a documentary when, by definition, a documentary is a recount and a report of factual events? And if you was recording a documentary, and if you was acting, first of all, if you was acting, why was when Janae got slapped, why was that not being reported? Why is people getting slapped when the cameras ain't rolling? Because y'all smoking dope and y'all lying. That's why. Because y'all smoking dope and y'all lying. How you acting in a documentary? It's a record of real events. Thank you, Courtney. Y'all smoking dope and y'all lying. And everybody that came out of the woodwork talking about Nature Boy, whether on his behalf, whether for him or against him, you a punk by default. Because when you show up in the courtroom, you didn't show up. When the coast was you got something to say. You a punk, bruh. And you know that in your own soul. Come on, man. You acting in the documentary. They don't even go together. That's like saying you melt in the freezer. Come on, man. These folks acting in the documentary and I'm melting in the freezer. Come on, man. Come on, man. At this point, it's just pathetic. Oh, you talking about, I don't know if it was Adolf Hitler. You had people that, you had them people that they just got to be contrarian. But from my understanding, Adolf Hitler is famous for saying this quote. If he's not, so what? The whole point of the quote still stands. Is that if you tell a lie loud enough, long enough, it eventually becomes the truth. But I even challenge that because ain't nobody going for the fact that it was a documentary just because y'all keep saying it. Nobody's believing that Eligio Bishop is innocent because y'all keep saying it. Listen, man. They tried to manipulate the court the same way that they manipulated everyone else, whether in person or online. But you can't manipulate the court because this is the first time that they've seen somebody like Eligio Bishop, and the court doesn't deal with personal opinions, they deal with facts of the matter. And they challenged all of the things that they were saying, and they could not come up with anything that made sense. Exactly. That's what and that's what I'm saying. That's the point we driving home. And here we go. Here's another thing, y'all. People be talking about plea deal, but where's the paperwork? People have been saying that, which goes back to my point that if you tell a lie loud enough and long enough, it become the truth. Now you got people believing without a doubt that a plea deal was offered. Where's the paperwork? You can get paperwork on everything else involving this case. Where's the plea deal paperwork at? Do you not know, bro? They will lie. They will lie about anything. I appreciate that, Carrie. Why are we just automatically going to believe that a plea deal was offered? He should have took the plea deal. He should have. What deal? What plea deal? He should have took the plea deal. He should have took the plea deal. You don't even know if a plea deal was actually there. Stop. You know what I'm saying? I know from experience. Stop believing everything just because somebody said it. Come on, man. Come on. I ain't seen no paperwork. Where come on, where the plea deal at? Show me a piece of paper that showed them. Come on, man. Ain't nobody get it. Man, come on.
I didn't even think about that.
I'm telling you, Sunflower. The only plea deal I know for a fact, forget what you heard. The only plea deal I know for a fact was the one they offered him in court, and everybody heard it. Come on, man. 7-year plea deal. Man, please. Listen, man. Why he come on? Come on, man. Why does he say anything? For his own self-interest. Come on, man. Why did he say he was Jesus? Why did he say he was Messiah? Why did he say everybody need to move to tropics, but he in Atlanta? Come on, man. Why did he say anything? What you mean? You can't. You really think that anything that come out of this man's mouth has any other purpose than for whatever self-interest he has at the time? Come on, man. Just to hear himself talk. See, and that's why. Listen, rock a chick. Just like I told you. Just like I said before. Human ability is on a spectrum. Most of us in this room, we're not Olympic athletes. But genetically, there are people who have those abilities. As far as intelligence is concerned, that's on a spectrum. Some people, I'm realizing, their minds won't let them understand things in the clearest manner. They just don't get it. So I don't know. You know, a lot of people have different conspiracies, and I understand. But what happened to Jayon's baby, I don't know all the way. I don't know if it really had anything to do with the fact that she didn't receive any medical care. I don't know. I don't know about what the doctor said. The only thing I know is that she went into labor. She had to go to the hospital, and it was a stillbirth. But I will say that it possibly could have been prevented had she had regular medical attention like a normal person. That's the only thing I know. She went to the hospital, and it was stillbirth. Anything outside that, I'm not saying it wasn't true, or anybody said it was false. I'm not going to add nothing to the story to spice it up. If I don't know, I don't know. That might have been the case, but I can't say it because I don't know. The most important thing here, because we can go into things, and we'll never get to the truth of the matter because we just don't know. But one thing I will say is that there's a possibility that her child would have been alive had she received the proper medical attention throughout her pregnancy. Well, that's good. If he explained it, that's why I'm not going to tell you anything other than what I know. I can't tell you exactly what happened other than the fact that she went into labor and the baby was stillborn. I don't know, BB. I don't know. No, she wasn't allowed to get no treatment. that's sad, and that's something that she will have to process, you know, when she gets her mind back. And I hope that she doesn't allow herself to be consumed with guilt, because that's definitely a stage that you go through, not just as a cult member, but as a person. I hope that she doesn't blame herself for the situation. She might have, I'm not saying that man was lying. I'm saying that, I'm telling you from what I know, that when I say she was able to get medical attention, it wasn't like a normal person. It wasn't like a normal person. She was not getting the medical attention that you would expect from a woman having a normal pregnancy. I'm not saying she never had doctor visits. I'm just saying, bro, that it was not your normal pregnancy. And that if she had received normal medical attention, there's a possibility that the child could have still been alive.
She probably had that doula that smelled like pork they was talking about for Velvet before. No?
I think they were just talking about that lady because the one that was concerning Velvet, because they was mad
The
because
reason he
she
kept the
probably
women and men separate was just another form of control.
Said
yes
because
or
of
no?
what?
Remember when she was stinking? When they was stinking, that's when they wasn't wearing deodorant and stuff. So that lady probably said they stank, and they went online trying to argue the opposite.
Yep. Because he was like, oh, she smelled like, no, who was it? Somebody was like, she smelled like pork and blah, blah.
Yeah.
And alcohol and that. Like, what? And you eat Chinese food every day. Crazy.
To always make you feel like you never truly had complete decision over the course of life. He entertained this idea that he was your guide and he was your messiah, and that your decisions and the decisions you made were not substantial without his approval first. So it's just another method of control. You see that all the time. David Koresh used the same tactic. He encouraged his male followers to remain celibate while he was with all the women. So it's a control strategy. It's not uncommon.
And what I feel is weird is that Nature Boy and I and them keep saying Kendra wanted to be with Nature Boy. This is what I'm saying. Like, nobody wanted to be with Nature Boy when they came over there. He was feeding on.
Because he's ugly and weird. He's a weird.
I
don't think I've ever, like, I mean, you meet cornballs in your life, but that guy was a cornball. He was just strange, overly aggressive. No, of course nobody would want to be with him.
But then you got what's that girl named? Mocha. What we named her? What we nicknamed her? Nelly. Remember Nelly? She went over there for him. I think that was the only one who
that was for clout, and she said it was for clout.
You think so? But I believe she's a streetwalker. She be with a lot of people.
She said it out of her own mouth. She did it for a come up. She knew what she had to do, but she also called him a cornball. Same thing with Aaliyah. Remember Leah? What was her name? Leah Doll or Doll something like that.
Oh yeah. We know she did that for just the, you know what I'm saying, for the views and stuff. But I believe she would have slept with him, Leah. She slept with Polygon. Wavy P, who lives right over here. He used to live right over here up the block from me.
Did you see him walking down the street sometimes? Probably walking like a little female.
I never saw him.
He looked like he walked like a cornball.
He looked like he real lit
Right?
too. I wanted to see him because he's funny. I wanted to see him in person. I was gonna record that shit. I want to see him, but I believe he's back in the Bronx. I'm not sure, but he is crazy. You know, he did a stint in jail too. He was in jail. He just came out not too long ago. Yeah, he don't want to go back. He's been acting right online lately. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is with these. I don't know. I don't know why somebody would want to go out and see this man when I watching him and you just be like, oh my God, anybody who doesn't see what's really going on is just straight dumb. And I can't help but to feel that way.
Do you think? All right. Can I hit us with a? Can I hit you with a conspiracy before you play the video again?
Shoot.
Do you think that all of these individuals who, you know, trying to do this poly thing, trying to do this, you know, multiple women and abusing them and all this stuff is the result of the system really screwing young boys' minds up?
I believe it's music, and then allowing these people to be out here doing this shit, and then you got old people agreeing with this fuck shit. I believe that's what's doing it. I don't.
Damn. So it's these crack era old heads, right? Remember, crack hit hard, and that's when pimping and all of that came right before. That was heroin.
But pimping always been there.
No, not the way it was during the 70s. Okay, so that era of old men, right? 70s all the way to 90s and all of that, and then a combination of the music industry, which we already know was infiltrated, according to Ice Cube, was infiltrated by the people who had a direct profit in, what is it called?
I know what the jails and stuff. It was more than just Ice Cube who came out with that.
It was one of the Nosey Bone, whatever his name is.
Yep, it was a couple of people who came out and told that story about a meeting they had.
So my thing is I'm thinking that it was a setup for all of this to go down, like to create all of these men with psychosis, you know, with some severe psychosis and they're not getting the proper treatment, so they become whatever this is.
No, because there's a part in here where Aaron says what I've been saying for the longest. Human beings are in the category of being animals because some people don't have any feelings. Like some people are just off a mofo and they go right back to normal life.
Animals
you know
have feelings, saying? Right? You do know that, right?
Some do, yeah. But I'm just putting everybody, like any human life.
I know what you're saying. You're saying
and moving
more
our animals.
Like people, a lot of people.
Some people don't have no control over their emotions, and they will do you and keep
they try to separate us from other animals, but we're just as animalistic as the rest of the animals.
Right.
I know what you're saying.
And he talks about that too. And I was like, yes, thank you, because he was saying, I was saying for years, I was like, some people are just born evil. Like just
it's almost like they don't have a conscience of, you know, good, like doing good,
right
to others.
Right. Like and there's, you know, like some people are just like that, and people don't want to realize that it's always a mental, they just mentally ill.
Oh, you know what?
They was born that way, bitch. That's who they are.
To take it a little further, I would argue that like all animals, you have predators and you have their prey, you know, like I think some people have a natural predatory way of thinking. Damn. They're born predatory.
Yes. Exactly. Yep.
That's scary.
And they keep saying, it's just you know, they are chromosome off, or you know, it's always an excuse for the shit. No, bitch. We are animals. Some people don't give a fuck. Like you going, I'm gonna do. Once they whatever come up in their head, that's what they're gonna do.
It's so true.
You know what I'm saying? And then, because I know that I could be angry. You could see red. You really want to hurt a motherfucker. You thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? You think about, how can I get away with this? Like I just like, oh, this will feel so good. You know what I'm saying? Like when you in that pain state where
Yeah, when you have these like very dangerous thoughts, but you act on them
yes.
because you have a thing called a subconscious that it teaches you based on your programming from a child and from your DNA. It tells you this will hurt you more in the end if you act on these thoughts. But some people don't have that thing that says don't do it. Oh, girl.
Yeah. And he talks about this in it, but this shit is an hour and 41 minutes long. I'm just trying to get to the funny parts, and then y'all can go back and see it. This is on the T, okay?
Hey, Nosy. I mean, Nosy. Hey, yeah.
What's up, Asun?
Did I? Okay, let me see. Let me see. So at first, his original teaching was that we was all God, right? Then it shifted to God being on a spectrum. And one of the things that caused me to accept that was his narrative that we wouldn't have been where we were and we wouldn't have known the knowledge if it wasn't for him, which at the time, because I believed in the knowledge, it was true. So that's what allowed me to accept that, he was a higher being or a Messiah or God, because he was the one that taught us the knowledge, and he was the reason that, we decided to move to the tropics and all those things. So that's what was the process of indoctrination. That was the point. That was the main focal point that allowed me to be indoctrinated into the idea that he was some type of God. Yeah, that's funny, Courtney. That's funny you say that, because ironically, with him claiming to be against white supremacy, he actually exhibited all of the tactics of a slave master.
Holla.
Oh no, New York Queen, and you're not understanding. I guess you missed the part where we were talking about people being born with mental disabilities. There is no healing for Nature Boy. Like, that's the part we got to separate. Like, just the same way somebody's born deaf and some people are born blind, there are people who are born with the inability to express empathy and compassion. There is no healing for Nature Boy. That's how he was born. We were talking about the kids who are born and they're stabbing rabbits and they're hanging puppies from trees. There's no healing for that. Exactly, pushing prison. There's no healing for a sociopath. Oh, my bad, New York Queen. I got you.
What you said, real
I
talk?
got one. I don't know what to do. I gotta one of them. Every day I be trying to figure out, you ever seen that movie? Oh my God, what's that movie called? The Almond or whatever? And the mom is just trying to love this satanic thing out of her child. I got me one, y'all.
So what is he killing? I mean,
what, girl, you trying to get yourself? So
no, we got a
right. So luckily he's not there at that level. But whew, the things that he do, and now I see you. All right, so now I know for a fact, okay, that the people like Eligio, everybody knew who Eligio was going to be before he became it, right? Everybody talk about how, remember the childhood friend who said he was act so crazy he would smear poop on the car windows just to get attention when he got kicked out of church.
Oh no, I gotta hear that video.
Girl,
I gotta hear that video. Where is that at? Oh, you gotta send that to me.
It's in the archives because this was like maybe a year or two ago.
Oh yeah, we need that.
And so yeah, so these types of people are every parent says, I didn't realize it, but there were signs of this behavior even as children. And honey, we love our kids very much. We love our kids so much that we see these signs, and we try to love them. Some parents try to love them out of that behavior. But what I'm realizing is all I'm doing is training my child to suppress, because like Aaron is saying, it will never go away. They are born like this.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you channel that to make it? Because being narcissistic is not necessarily a bad thing. Honestly, being sociopathic or psychopathic is not necessarily a bad thing. They're good for military purposes and stuff like that.
But it is a bad thing because nobody's safe. With these people, nobody's safe. They don't give a fuck. Whatever they feel, they feel like, oh yeah, I just want to kill you today. I just want to do some evil stuff to you today. It's going down. Like,
that's not how it works.
All right, but that's how they get down. I'm telling you, they do whatever they want to do, and nobody is safe.
But what I'm saying is,
nobody. His sister was not safe.
What I'm saying is, if you can train them to do what they want to do in the favor of goodness.
You sound crazy right now.
I'm just hear me out.
Just like Aaron said, they need to be locked up. There's nothing you could do with them. You cannot train somebody like you cannot.
You can.
No, they will pretend to be doing whatever you want them. But other than that, nope.
Psychopaths make the best soldiers.
All right, whatever.
I'm just saying.
That's why if there's none out there. There's a reason for that.
There's a reason for what?
There's a reason for no psychopaths being out there. If they are, they pretending, and then they'll once they get found out, they out. Yeah. Because those be the serial killers. Those be the. They have no control over what they want to do. When they want to do it, they're gonna do it. They're evil. They're evil like that, and they like it.
It's different levels to it, is what I'm telling you.
Yeah, there is, but
the ones like the high level, you are correct. There's nothing and no one who can influence them into doing caring about others.
I wouldn't play with it. The brain ain't nothing to be played with. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I be telling people. Let's see what Aaron said.
My bad. Sorry about that. That was a miscommunication. Of course, Kivana. If you look at Jim Jones, if you look at Charles Manson, if you look at any cult leader, one of the necessary ingredients is isolation. Nature Boy sold isolation disguised as a healing environment, disguised as, a beautiful natural space. But the trees and the waterfalls and the temperate climate, it was all a disguise for the underlying purpose, which is isolation. It was all isolation. That is a necessary component. And he also felt like he would have more leniency and he would not be subject to the same investigation in foreign countries that he would in the United States. Yes, I get this question frequently, Divine Lotus. But what I like to get people to understand is that in the cult mindset, your doubts, you don't look at them as doubts about the knowledge. You look at them as doubts about your own commitment. So every time we would have a doubt, it would not be something that we would use to discredit the quote unquote knowledge, but it was something that we would use to determine our own of dedication to it. So we never used our doubts to challenge the credibility of the information, but rather to only determine our own commitment to what it was we believed in. So the doubts weren't even factors that promoted us in leaving. I'm telling you, Spirit, the isolation is necessary because it's hard to control somebody who's getting contrary information about what it is you're doing. And burn this age, that goes into the same question I just answered about doubts. Even thinking about leaving, it was not about, it was more, if you thought about leaving, it wasn't because you thought you should leave, but rather it was you not being as committed to what it is you're doing. So it was a constant internal battle. Every time a doubt came up, every time a challenge of the knowledge came up, it was something wrong with you. So it always reverted back to you and your inability to commit. So people stayed in this constant cycle of fighting against their own doubts rather than fighting against what it was they was doing. Oh, sure. The last conversation I had with Nature Boy was him suggesting that I should write books. And the reason that struck me so heavily is because the main focus was supposed to be getting him out of jail. And I'm living in a car and I'm taking a shower and brushing my teeth and washing my face at Planet Fitness. So that last conversation made me realize that this person is completely disconnected from what I'm considering to be a priority now. And so if I'm thinking to myself, if you don't care about your own life, why am I caring about your well-being more than you?
But then he wrote Nature Boy 2 books before he left, didn't he? Real talk.
I'm sorry, I was reading something. What two books did he write?
Remember, he wrote 2 books. Nature Boy was like, "Oh, I'm a avid author."
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. And he wrote 2. He was trying to sell 2. Oh, this is before he woke up. So somewhere down he got this. I don't know.
He did write 2 books.
Right there. He lying to me because you wrote 2 books for that.
No. I think what he's saying is he had that conversation about writing him 2 books. I think what he's saying is that he came to the realization at that moment, like kind of like these are all reflections of events that have already taken place. And so in those moments, they're having little spouts and bits and pieces of reflection and kind of like waking up. So they have all of these teeny little individual moments of waking up that only can come together later down the line. So I think he wrote the book, but there was a spark of like, hold up, wait, that doesn't make sense. You get what I'm saying? Like he's saying, because we all know them books that I know which book, the 2 books that you're talking about, and they kept trying to promote it or whatever. I think what he's saying is he started he this was another example of nothing making sense.
Nature Boy not giving a fuck about him. Cause I'm like, nigga, you done wrote 2 books for this nigga.
That was one of
before you came to this realization. No. Like you done wrote 2 books for him, like faking it like Nature Boy wrote these books, but he didn't. You wrote those 2 books for him.
Who wrote that first book? Remember that very first book that got everybody like going vegan?
What, the B6 diet? Right, but those wasn't Serenity's recipes. Mama Dia's. Mama Dia.
But Serenity wrote the book.
Right, but there's nothing to write. All you doing is putting recipes in there. So Mama Dia wrote the book.
I don't know. I haven't read the book, so I don't know.
Yeah, those are her recipes. Those are her instructions. That's all a cookbook is. Recipes and instructions.
It's not just that, okay? I've read cookbooks before, like really good, expensive.
What do you think?
No, cookbooks are not.
Carbonation cookbook is going to be about. It's going to be simple.
Excuse me, it's the story behind the recipe. Honey, how do you not know this?
Right. But they don't have no story. Believe you me. It's just a recipe and the how to make it. They ain't got no story behind it.
Most cookbooks that I've ever read have stories throughout the cookbook that influence.
I understand that. But carbonation, nah. Nope. There's no stories. Nature Boy's just got the ingredients, and this is how you cook it. B6 diet.
Come on, girl. We got 8, 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You're worried about making sure you stay on the phone with Malia, and that Malia is getting flowers, and Malia's breaking phones, and I'm going to get phone screens replaced. I'm using the money we're getting from donations that's supposed to be going towards lawyer fees so that I can fix a brand new iPhone that Malia threw in a rage. So I'm like, this person does not care about their life. Why do I care about his life more than him? So that was one of the factors that made me be like, okay, let me get up out of here because this man is playing with his life. So I know by default that he playing with mine. So I lost all respect possible. Any bit of respect I had left for this person was gone in that moment, or in those moments in which I seen him conduct himself when he's in jail. I'm like, you don't even care about your own life in jail. I think to myself, you know we have limited resources, but you want to be on the phone all day, every day, talking about we're on a rock in the middle of nowhere. Excuse me, I'm like, Negro. I'm thinking to myself, Negro, let's reserve these resources for something more important than listening to you talk about how zero became one. I'm like, this Negro is an idiot. And I'm like, I cannot deny it anymore. There's no knowledge. There was no knowledge available for me to justify what he was doing. There was no knowledge. And I remember this fool had the nerve to tell me one day. I told him, I said, man, I thought you was losing your mind eating that genetic modified food in there because he ain't getting no organic food in there. And he told me, guess what he told me, right? He told me I'm a program. I don't never change. And he tried to sell me some bullcrap off the fly, right? So I'm thinking to myself, by this time I'm regaining my ability to think for myself because I'm not talking to him every day. So I'm thinking to myself, I didn't say nothing to him, but I'm thinking to myself, if you a program and you don't never change, what's the point of eating organic food then? Like, what's the point of eating organic food and being concerned? Why is biology even a 5 science if you're a program and you can't change no matter what you eat? I'm like, he lying. I'm like, you lying. You just making stuff up, bro. You lying. And then he all of a sudden, he talking about he's Muslim now. I'm like, oh, you lying, bro. You lying. You're lying, and you're just making stuff up as you go. And because he couldn't talk to me, I had moments where I got to reflect on what it was he was saying. And every time we got off the phone, I would reflect on what was said. And I was like, that don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. And it just kept happening. And I'm like, this man just lie, and he just makes stuff up on the fly to maintain this position that he's some type of spiritual guru. But I'm like, you just lying. You lying, bro. You lying. And mind will always ask, what was the moment? It's not a moment. It's a series of things that begin to accumulate when you have an opportunity to think for yourself. And I just began to realize gradually more and more that this person has been lying all these years and has just been making stuff up to fit whatever belief system he wanted. I'm like, bro, that don't make no sense, bro. If it don't matter what you eat, then it don't matter what nobody eat. And if it don't matter what you eat, why you got us out here shopping at Sprouts and Whole Foods for non-GMO? Why are you telling people not to eat non-GMO? You a lie. And you a hoe. And he just continued to prove that over and over again, even to this day. Straight hoe. Crazy part about it is the reason you was doing all them shenanigans in the courtroom because you scared. You just like a.
All right, real talk. I'm gonna get to the funny part. He is, but you ain't hear the funny part yet. But I'm gonna get to it. 20. All right, it's only 20 more minutes, y'all. So we gonna let this play.
All of that, all those other shenanigans of you acting like it didn't matter. The crazy part about it is we all know at a certain point when you get mature, you know the people that go out their way to look rich, bro. We know the people that go to be tough is soft. We know all the people that got to go out their way to prove they confident is insecure. Eligio Bishop was terrified in that courtroom. The reason he left the courtroom is because he couldn't stand and hear that verdict be reached. So Yeah, because he's scared. He was scared. What do kids do when they going through an emotional turmoil? They can't stop moving. Nature Boy couldn't be scared. He couldn't be still because he was doing on himself. And I don't understand why he didn't tell them folks he was Jesus. Cut crap. You the man talking about speak the truth, even if you get in trouble. Why you got Robert Booker speaking on your behalf? Don't you got the gift of gab? Ain't you the master manipulator? You had to let somebody else speak for you. You a hoe. You should have got on that stand and said, yes, Judge, I'd like to testify. I'm Jesus. Y'all are making a big mistake. I'm the Messiah. And I come here to save humanity. But you a hoe. You was a Legio Bishop the whole trial. You tried to be an indigenous dude from a whole nother tribe. You just done abandoned your tribe. You done abandoned being chief of carbonation and tried to become a subset member of a whole nother tribe that you won't have no prior affiliation with. You a hoe. God, dog, if y'all listen to this in the prison, man, don't cut that hoe no slack. God, oh. At least I can respect Charles Manson. He was crazy the whole way through. He didn't switch up his game, not at all. Charles Manson was like, look, this is all a show, right? They asked Charles Manson what's going on. He said, who are you? Charles Manson gave them folks about 32 different faces and said, I'm nobody. Charles Manson was Charles Manson today. He died. I respect that. But if y'all listening to, if y'all happen to get this live and y'all in the same prison with a Legio Bishop, don't cut that hoe no slack. Because if you ain't gangster, nobody cares what you are. People disgusted when you try to be something you ain't. I can play Pokemon and go to Comic-Con right now and ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Because people respect everybody that's being themselves. What makes people feel disgusted is when somebody is trying to be something that they clearly are not. I am not no gangster. I am not no thug. I'm none of that. I like Pokemon, Call of Duty, reading books, and learning academic stuff. They used to call me white boy in school. I don't care nothing about that. But the reason why I don't cut that hoe no slack, because he was trying to be gangster. He was trying to be tough. Now in a position where you're around some real gangsters and some real tough dudes. Don't cut that hoe no slack. Put that hoe on draws, iron and duty. Everything. God, dog, boy. Hey, if you wasn't that, don't be that. And that's crazy to tell people that all the real dudes is in prison when the dudes in prison is telling dudes to stay out. Everybody know that all the real dudes that are in prison is telling the young men that come to prison, don't come back. You hear the stories over and over again. The dudes that done been dead 25 years, they're not glamorizing prison. They're telling dudes, don't go down the route I went. Go to school, get a job, do something else. Don't follow behind me. So for Nature Boy to suggest this narrative that men should go to prison because that's what all the real dudes at, what is he really saying to these young boys out here? Man, don't cut that hoe no slack. Man, make that hoe take that white t-shirt off. Stretch his neck out. Make that hoe eat last. Take his cornbread. Don't even ask him if he's gonna eat his cornbread. Just take it. Don't let that hoe eat nothing but beans and rice. Don't let him use the phone. Make him take a shower with cold water. That don't make no sense.
All the middle fingers.
I'm telling you, honey child, ain't the quote unquote real people is telling you to stay far away from prison. Stay far away from what I did to get myself in prison. Stay away from gangs, stay away from drugs, stay away from robbers, stay away from scammers. Do not, the real OGs in prison are telling the young men, you're better than this. You're not supposed to be here. I messed my life up. If you get a second chance, use that second chance. I don't want to see you back in here no more. What is Nature Boy talking about? Man, don't cut that hoe no slack. When y'all have peace tonight in there, don't let that hoe get no peace. Take that whole piece. Don't let that hoe watch TV. Make that hoe right name 300 times.
I'm serious. I hope them boys in prison catch this too, man. That boy talking about he gonna be in there leading the prison out for this and out for that. Please. Don't make that whole stand in the corner when y'all watching the game. And tell him he better not turn around either. When y'all watching the fight and y'all watching the Super Bowl in prison, make that whole stand in the corner and tell him he better not turn around.
Yo.
And don't let him have no sweets in him. Take his honey bun. Don't let him have no juice. Make him drink water.
Yo.
Exactly, Kevon. Just like rich people have to tell you they rich. Bill Gates and Warren Buffett never say I'm rich.
They're like, fuck you.
That hoe was saying that stuff over and over again, trying to convince himself. He was trying to get himself to believe he was somebody. Everybody that had to blow themselves up is only confirming how small they actually feel. Who in the world want to be God? That don't make no sense. Who want to be with somebody that don't want to be with them? Man, take that boy. Don't let that boy have no noodles. If he do have noodles, take the pack. Make up the plain noodles. Don't let him have no seasoning. Give me your seasoning. Take that boy seasoning pack. Make him eat plain noodles. I'm telling you, get that.
You know he done did
man. Give that boy that word. Don't cut him no slack. Don't cut him no slack. Make him eat that table by himself. Make him hold his head down. Don't let him make him hold his head down like he used to make the women hold their head down. Tell him hold his head down. Don't be looking around. Don't let him grow his hair out either. Keep him with that bald head spread. Ain't gonna be no antennas in here, Eligio. You can forget that, homeboy. You better not let me catch you combing your hair. Keep that junk low. Make him keep that bald head spread. Ain't gonna be no only antennas gonna be in here, my boy. It's on TV. Don't cut him no slack. Ain't gonna be no antennas in here, Eligio. Yeah, don't cut him no slack. Look at that. And I remember when I seen the O come out of him 2 times in Atlanta. And I tried to give that boy a pass. When this homeboy pulled up and he seen he had a gun, he ran back in the house. Now what chief of a tribe? Leonidas was the king of the Spartans and he was out there in the front. Eligio Bishop, chief of his tribe, he ran. Not only did he run back inside, he ran all the way out the back door and out the back fence down the road. Then when the police show up, they bust down the door. He talking about they kicking down the door. I'm like, okay, what you had us watch move for? He had us watch move. The people out in Philadelphia, I'm thinking it's about to go down. He talking about some. They're kicking down the door. Don't shoot. We're coming out. I'm like, and then gonna have the nerve to get back gangster on the phone like that didn't happen. Like, no, it's too late, nah, boy. It's too late, bro. Now you gonna try to be gangster, bro. I'm telling you, Nicole.
Yeah.
What is the chances that this fool capture his own face? Don't be scared. No, we don't have. We're coming out. Man, you a whole y'all, man.
It sounds just like him.
I'm thinking it's about to go. He got us watching them folks in Louisville shooting at the police and all that. I'm thinking he on that type of time. He love talk about some, I ain't scared to die. When the white man come, kill me, hang me. Man, you was not on none of that when them police showed up, man. That don't make me, man. That'll hurt me, boy. I swear, bro. I swear that's one of the people that I hate the most on this earth is fake gangsters. I hate fake gangsters. Aya wasn't even scared.
That boy draw was toe up, man. That boy draws was toe up. He ain't tell her that part. He ain't gonna put that on the internet. He had to change his draw. All the Chinese food slipped out that boy booty that moment. I'm talking about all the shrimp, all the pistachio just slipped out the boy booty. He ain't even had time to push it out. It just slipped out his booty. I'm like, well, you here scared, and you talk about when the white man show up, you ain't scared to die. I thought we could die last time. Let me check my Palm Pilot. Let me check my notes. According to your teachers, we can't die. What is going on here? Okay, last time it says it right here. Video, it says it right here. It said we can't die. What is you scared of? Ain't this a dream? Ain't this a hologram? Who's scared of holograms? That boy draw was wet. That boy draw was straight wet when he heard them helicopters and that boy busting open. Man. Look, man, I gotta get up out of here, man. Don't cut that boy no slack. That's it, man. That's the whole theme of this. That's the whole theme of this. Don't cut that boy no slack, man. All right. We'll holler at y'all, man. Y'all enjoy this beautiful Tuesday, man. Peace.
All right, y'all. That was it. I wanted to watch a little bit of that with y'all. Aaron is hilarious. Kendra is too. She was live. She has a YouTube channel out. Go check her out. And I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. It's gonna be almost 70 degrees out here in NYC.